Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Cheers.
Coming down to you from Georgia.
Coming from Atlanta, Georgia, a little golf tournament unlike any other. Masters Week is upon us, Dan.
Oh, it is.
Hey, the good news here is we haven't had to wait nearly as long for this tournament as we have had to in the past. It's what's the weather looking like? I think it's going to be. I think weather is going to be actually really good. I'm just looking for. Oh yeah, so we're 79 and we're sunny. We're going to get that on Monday. We're going to get that on Tuesday. We're going to get that on Wednesday, and then here we go. The tournament starts and the thunder rolls, baby. The
Oh, is it going to
thunder.
get some storms coming in?
Well, I mean, they're forecasting it. Who knows? It's Georgia in the springtime, and more specifically, Middle Georgia in the springtime. So who really knows what's going to happen? It wouldn't surprise me either way. I mean, it looks like the weather's going to, temperature-wise, is going to cooperate. They may get a little wet out there. So, is it going to be long hitters? Is it going to be ball placement? I don't know. We'll get into that a little bit later. But first off, hold on. Hey, those tickets to Spieth Island are paying off, my friend.
Oh, are they?
It was just a matter of time. The Golden Boy, the original Golden Boy has reclaimed his seat as the Golden Boy of golf. Jordan Spieth makes it back after a 3.5-year hiatus. What did he get into? He's got a chip bone in his hand. He's changing up things in his swing. So many things going on with this dude. And here we go. Jordan Spieth victorious in his home state of Texas and wins the Valero Open. So I know you were texting me some comments, and I know you meant it tongue in cheek, but and Spieth did win the golf tournament. Don't get me wrong, and I am happy to see him back. Not only am I happy to see him back, I mean, the PGA Tour couldn't be more excited. It's official. The PGA Tour has unseated the most well-known sporting association in the world. The WWE has been unseated by the PGA Tour. Could this be any more scripted? So Spieth wins the tournament. I mean, not to mention just that dude has been on fire, right? So we got a win. We got 48th at the Players, 4th at API, 15 Genesis, 3rd at the AT&T, 4th at the Waste Management. Then we got a miscut at the Farmers. Let's not talk about the bad shit. Let's look forward and talk about the good stuff. And the golfer formerly known, now known again as Jordan Spieth. Congratulations to him. But you were mentioning, you sent over a few notes and you said, did Charlie lose the golf tournament or did Spieth win it? I'm not taking away the victory from him. He's riding high. He looked good in all of his interviews today. And by the way, he did just show up. So he must have taken a little time to celebrate last night. I think he said he got to the course today around noon. I don't know if that means he got to Augusta at noon or if he got to Augusta National at noon. Either way, he did not make an early appearance this morning, rightfully so, when it's been 3.5 years off of your last victory. I can understand wanting to take a little time for yourself and just relish in it, man. I mean, enjoy it. I mean, who knows? I hope it's not the case, but it's, it could be another 3.5 years. You never know.
So Jordan Spieth wins Easter Sunday, resurrected, and I couldn't be more thrilled. He was your one and done, so you take the victory on that.
Oh, but by the way, that's my second one and done victory pick for the season. And by the way, if you haven't checked out Pat Mayo's the one and done majors series or Pat Mayo's majors one and done, be sure to check that out and go enter. You may want to know who I'm picking. Just saying, I've nailed 2 of them so far this year. First one being Dusty at Augusta in November. Second one being Spieth last week in Texas at the Valero. I don't know. Hey, stick around. You may want to know who I'm picking for the first entry into Pat Mayo's one and done major series.
So Spieth wins like 1-3. I think 1-3 was his take. 1-3, 1-4. How much did Charlie win? I mean, I know on record he won 700,000, but how much did the PGA Tour have to pay him to hit all of those shots in the sand down the back nine? I mean, Charlie knows where not to hit the ball, and he hit it exactly there.
Yeah, I don't think they can disclose that. I'm just saying. Just saying. I don't think they can disclose
But
that.
I could be happier for a win-win on this West week because you won for Spieth, which is great. I mean, I'm a huge Spieth fan, but then I couldn't ask for any more than like 700,000 out of Charlie Hoffman anyway. I mean, like for a one and done, that's pretty freaking good.
It is pretty good. It doesn't really measure up to my two.
And that's all the golf news we have, isn't it? That's it, right?
Hey, good to see everybody. Enjoy the Masters and a ragtime rye barrel pick. Cheers.
Cue the birds. Cue the birds.
No, so hold on. So on a serious note, and I'll be interested to see if you have him in your lineup or not this week, because I mean we've said it's not just us. I mean, go listen to any podcast, and I mean everybody's kind of talking about just the drain that comes from what it takes to win a golf. Ask Joel Damon, right? What's it take to win a golf tournament? So the drain that comes from that victory. Can you rebound? And I wouldn't even say rebound, but can you come into the next tournament, recent form, first major of the year, technically? I guess so. The Augusta didn't count it counted, but it didn't count towards the season. So technically it's the first major of the year. The good news is, I mean, if there's a guy that plays Augusta well and knows how to get around that place, what's his name? Starts with a Jordan and ends with a Spieth. So I mean, we'll see, man. Is Jordan Spieth back? I thought he looked pretty comfortable out there all weekend. I thought he's looked pretty comfortable for the past, 3 or 4 weekends out there. Even, I guess the players, that was a little bit shit. That was rough on everybody. So, I mean, who's to say that, I don't know if you can chalk the players up. I mean, that place is, Mr. Dye, he really did a number there. But again, the API challenging course, the Genesis, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I want to say he's back. Just and by the way, so on my one and done, since I picked 2 winners in the same season, do I get like a free play and I get to pick one again? I get to reuse one or something? No.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Use them again. Let's see what happens. Look at the rules committee under there. Okay.
I guess that's a no. That's a no. That's a no.
Not so fast.
Let's see. All right. So what else is happening in golf news? So here's another one, man. Congratulations to Jon Rahm. So, I mean, a lot of noise coming in. Once again, the stars have aligned for the PGA Tour. Maybe it is, Augusta is like heaven and things just fall in place where they need to be. I don't know. But it's not that kind of show. So, that's only for banter and buzzwords. But so yeah, congratulations to Rambo. Welcome his daughter into the world over the weekend. And no more chit chat about when's Jon Rahm gonna throw the club in the bag and say, wheels up, baby, get me back to Arizona. So you can chalk that up to he will be playing. I personally think that I think this is a load off of his mind. I think that it was, he's probably still up until, the birth. I think he's still questioning what's the right thing to do? And I'm sure the expectant mother at the time was, hey, no. You're a professional golfer. This is what you do. You go do it. You'll make the right decision when the time comes. So I think he's had a lot lifted off of him as not as a player necessarily, more so, as a father, as a human being, and am I making the right decision? So I think he's going to be coming in with higher, I probably wasn't going to make the weekend anyway. I was probably going to be flying back to Arizona. So I got a couple of rounds in at Augusta and here we go. So that's my mindset on Rahm and kind of where he's at. So I think that's pretty positive.
Well, go ahead and lock it in, Cal, because I'm a guy more on statistics in terms of how people are going to perform. I'm thinking Rahm, he's a smart guy. Hopefully he's going to do exactly what you say he's going to do. But my wallet and where I'm going to allocate capital this week, I'm going to say he might take the Rory curve, and I'm not putting any money on Rahm.
that could be. That very, very well could be. I have seen a lot of banter around Rory. Everybody's on the Rory wagon once again. But I'm not
Ray's
saying
Creek might be renamed Rory Creek this week.
maybe they just get to ours Creek, right? That way they just cover up a few letters, and you don't have to put a completely new placard on there. Maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. What else are we missing in news?
You know who showed up on Sunday? Played a little around with Vic with Hobby.
Well, I guess got those squats in earlier in March, right? Putting the congratulations on the engagement, Brooks. Good to Brooks and Jenna, right? Jenna.
Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations there. I mean, has this freed him up, right? He's got that load off of his mind. He's like, hey, I've stepped up. I've put the ring on the finger. Beyonce said it best.
He got down on a bended, broken knee.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So are you surprised to see Brooks at Augusta?
Yes, I thought he would not be seen for like another couple months. Yeah. And I was watching him today, a little interview that he did with them on the range, and they said, well, how's the knee? He said, not great. Basically, paraphrasing here, not great. He said, I can swing the club, but I think the hardest part's going to be walking around here or whatnot. So he said, I had surgery a couple months ago. It's not great or whatnot. So I was very surprised to see him there. What do you think the chances to see WDs before it even starts?
I think 0% chance in that. Here's
Really?
what I do think that. Yeah, I think he's gonna enter the tournament for sure. Well, he's already.
What happens if he plays
tournament.
a couple of practice rounds and he's like, oh crap, this really hurts?
I don't think that's the case. I mean, the interview I saw when he made the comments is he's like, the knee's good. The knee's good. To your point, the knee's good relative to the swing.
Yes. Yeah. That's what he said.
I forget I think he said the downhills were tough, the uphills, I'll kind of pick it out. And I forget the guy that was asked the question at the interview, and but it was when they were on the range, right? So he was kind of, hey, what's what's happening? And he's like, well, typically when you're going to a golf course, when you're setting up for when you're playing your practice rounds, you're kind of picking your lines on where you want to hit the ball. And I guess I don't think it was jokingly. You don't hear Brooks joke a lot at majors and with his answers and responses, but he's like, yeah, I'm kind of picking the lines on where I'm going to walk. So, I think is it more of a burden for Brooks, or is it more of a burden for the caddy? I think the caddy is definitely going to earn his check this week, from the sense of, he's going to be kind of doing a lot more of the lifting, right? Kind of being a crutch, if you will. But I mean, Tiger won with a damn broken leg. So, hey, who's to say, and the drive, you can't tell me that Brooks wants to win less than Tiger ever did. And especially at a major at the Masters that he's never won before. And he plays the course relatively well. So, I can't really say, anything positive or negative other than it's kind of a wait and see. He is not in a lineup just for the various reasons that you mentioned. But look at the guy, he left in February, second at WGC in Florida, 38th at the Genesis. He wins the Waste Management. So coming off a recent form, sans knee surgery, the guy was hitting the ball good. So you can't really argue with the sense
he won. What did he win? Waste?
The Waste Management. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He won the Waste Management, 38th at Genesis, second at WGC Mexico, which was not in Mexico, asterisk. But, you got a first and a second, and then you got a 38th. Then he's like, my knee's kind of screwed up. Let me go get it. Yeah, I don't know if they scoped it. We're not professionals at anything, believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe, but we're not. But, the fact of the matter is you got a guy first and a second, out of last three tournaments, you got a first and a second. And now he's like, let me go get the knee cleaned up so I'll be ready for Augusta. I think that he's definitely doing a better job of managing his schedule, given that he went and had knee surgery. And guess who's playing 3 holes on Sunday before the major? So scheduling wise, somebody is managing his calendar somebody different is managing his calendar this year than was managing it last year is what I would say.
Interesting. Well,
I'm excited to see him there. I'm excited to see him there. Once again, I think that the stars are aligning. Here we are. Guess who's back? Brooksy's back. Let's see. Who did we miss? don't know if we missed anybody actually.
What do you think about that DJ
there's-
dinner?
Ooh, let's see. So we got so the first thing on the menu, it's like, you know, if you start at the top and work your way down, so starting with the appetizers, and the first thing you see is pigs in a blanket, like going, yeah, and it's so well. I think it's very DJ-esque, right? I think it's vanilla in the sense of, hey, I'm here to play golf. Where's my? They wouldn't let me put pimento and egg salad sandwiches on the menu. So we're going with pigs in a blanket. But anyway, so pigs in a blanket, lobster corn fritters. You do have your choice of salad. You can have a green salad or a Caesar salad, completely up to you. And what do we got? We got filet and a miso marinated sea bass. And then to top it off, from the great state of Georgia, he went with the peach. So, you know, peach cobbler, apple pie, and vanilla ice cream. So I think it's, I don't know, you know, is it, what was Tiger's first menu? He had cheeseburgers and milkshakes. So I don't know. I believe I've never eaten in the clubhouse. Probably never will, but let me be more optimistic, looking forward to the opportunity to do so. And I don't know. I mean, personally, I'd rather go for the pigs in a blanket, and I'm not choosing. Give me a little bit of both.
I thought the menu looked pretty good. Yeah, I'm all for that. Yeah, that's any day. Would you go? You're going to go for the sea bass? Is what you're going to go for?
I'm going surf and turf, man. I'm like, give me a little. Give me a little bit of each. Yeah, well, I guess if you're in that, you know you're going to get a chance to come back and eat there again. You know, if everything works itself out right. But yeah, I think if it's a pick and choose, I'm going lobster fritters, Caesar salad. I'm going filet. I want that Pittsburgh medium rare. I don't need any sauce. And I'm going peach cobbler and vanilla ice cream. And I hope he's got a good cab to go along. Maybe one of those Screaming Eagles they've got down in the wine cellar to pair with that filet. Because hey, they've got them down there.
You can't beat Screaming Eagles at Augusta, right? There you go. Oof.
On or off the course.
On or off the course. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be fun. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I thought it was good. I do wish he would have incorporated a little play on he could have done like maybe some kind of crudité with pimento cheese kind of thing, or, like a pimento cheese dip and some pita chips or something to go with it.
Some kind of little finger sandwiches for an appetizer, right? How about some sea urchin, in there or something? How about
don't get me started about this. Hey, that one experience with that sea urchin, it was not, that sea urchin just, yeah. Let me just say, when they pass a sea urchin, I pass it on around. I just pass it back. So it's fun, man. I mean, it's let's see. Last week in Middle Georgia, we had a ton of rain last week, and actually, so the women's amateur that they just held at Augusta, I believe, a couple of days, they actually postponed that. And but it was good to see. They played at Champions Retreat and they played at Augusta National, so it was great to see them holding that women's amateur event there. That was pretty awesome to see. The week before Augusta, I mean, I don't know what else. Hey, you're not going to get any better conditions than that, so that was really cool to see. But so they had a lot of rain last week. Again, they can do whatever they want to do with the course. So it's not November, and the conditions are, well, how fast or slow do they want to make it? They've got the ability to do that with the infrastructure and the subsystems there, or sub-zero systems there, under the entire golf course. So we're probably going to see more players that we've seen at any other golf tournament so far this year there. I don't know that that's a true statement. Augusta does a really good job of telling you what they want you to know. Well, they do a really good job at telling you what they want you to believe. So I don't know that we're going to see any official numbers from these guys on what is and what isn't. So, but everybody, all the interviews, we had several first-time players at Augusta in November. Now they're going to with no fans. Now we're going to have fans. So everybody's, excuse me, patrons. Patrons,
Yeah.
sir. Patrons, sir. Yeah, patrons.
That
We don't want to pull
eating in that clubhouse is looking less and less.
we don't want to pull them a cord and get kicked off of here. So it'll be interesting to see patrons. I'm going to say patrons like 72 more times. That way, maybe they forget about anything I said prior to.
There you go. There you go.
The birds chirping in the background. But no, it's it's only the most popular. It is the hardest ticket to get in sports, I believe. Or the most sought after, if you will. And if you've never had a chance and you do get a chance, or if you're looking for, hey, what's my one bucket list sporting event? I'm going to tell you, I've been several times. Haven't had a chance to play there, but I'm looking forward to the invite. So if Tim wants to send that on over, I'd appreciate it. At your leisure, sir. But yeah, it's just what an event it is, and it is truly about the patrons. And I think that's what makes it really special, is when you walk in there, the players, the members, all the volunteers, et cetera. I mean, you really feel like they want you to be there. I like the no phone rule there. So, you can really, you're engaged with the event, right? And just, if you've ever been to a golf course, we were talking with Monty a few weeks ago, about the Mitsubishi Classic or Mitsubishi Electric Classic and what makes golf so different than any other sporting event. I mean, it is that personal experience, and just, you're on the ropes right there with the players, and depending on how they hit it, they may be outside the ropes with you at some point in time. So,
absolutely.
So really,
it's one of those ones
really looking forward.
It's a bucket list item. And then everybody you talk to that's actually had a chance to play it or whatnot, they always say, well, it's that kind of bucket list item. And then you go there and you experience it, and it's still even better than what you could have even imagined.
That's the key, right? Is I've never heard anyone say, and I've actually I've talked with a lot of what I would consider non-golfers, right? Not even casual, like, oh, I play a few times a year. I mean, people that really don't play golf. And it's like, I went just for the event and what it was. And they even walked away from the event going like, shit, I had no idea what I was getting into. I had an expectation, and in every sense of the word, they over delivered on any expectation. And I probably couldn't have set my expectations high enough for them to have under delivered. I think the only thing that you could ever walk out of that tournament saying, that was kind of rough would be weather-wise.
Yeah.
But I've been there in the rain. I've been there in thunderstorm delays. I've been there and it's just cold as hell with frost delays. I mean, I've seen it in just varied conditions, and you get enough of those green cups in your hand that are, $3 or $4 a piece. Well, it's kind of hard to, you'll forget about those bad experiences.
Exactly. All right, take us there, Skitch.
Here we go. So, a little old golf course down in Southeast Georgia, Augusta National Golf Club. I don't know. I'll call it 2 hours outside of Atlanta, give or take, Highway 20 East. So a couple things that I found interesting, just maybe some facts or tidbits. So today the course plays at between 74 and 7,500 yards. I think it's 7435-ish. Originally, this course was set up to play as designed by Alistair McKenzie and Bobby Jones, was designed to play at 6,800 yards. So you talk about them lengthening the golf course, and they've got some partnerships that I shouldn't say, they work really well with their neighbors. Augusta Country Club being one that I think it's on hole 6. You can kind of see the course if you're up on, you can see Augusta Country Club from the 6 tee box or on that hill there. And I think they did some, they don't disclose anything about what it is or what's happening, but as far as kind of lengthening some holes, and maybe 13 that they did that on. Nevertheless, so it was designed to play at 68. Now it's playing, upwards close to 7,500 yards. I don't know. Everybody talks about the length of today. And, is that really that much different, 68 to 75? I think it is to Dan. I think it is to you and I. Is it that much different for the pros? Maybe not. But then you got DJ coming in at 20 under last November, setting the scoring record. So, but all in all, I'd say we're in for a hell of a week, man. I'm really stoked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see. DJ last year, he won. He demolished the par fives. You got DJ as the winner. Sun JM and Cameron Smith came in T2 at 15 under. Tiger Woods, who can forget that, at 13 under in 2019 over Brooks Koepka, Xander, and DJ. Starting to get a little theme here with Mr. Johnson. Patrick Reed over somebody that won't be in the field this year. I think this is his, he's been to 10 straight Masters championships, and Ricky Fowler, who was the runner-up to Patrick Reed in 2018, will not be making an appearance. More commercials for Ricky Fowler. Sergio Garcia in 17, Danny Willett in 16, both in the field. Jordan Spieth, our recent winner of the Valero, in 15 at 18 under over Phil Mickelson and Justin Rhodes. Bubba Watson, who is in the field, two-time champion. Adam Scott in 13, Bubba Watson again, and Charles Schwartzel in 11. So I do believe everybody that was either runner-up or winner. I don't know about Justin Rose yet. I saw him as questionable, so I think he's nursing an injury. I think he's there. I don't know if he's going to play or not.
He was there on Sunday. He was hanging out with the amateurs. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He
no, seriously, being like supportive.
I saw it. Yeah. But yeah, outside. So Ricky Fowler, we know is not going to be there, and I'm not sure if Angel Cabrera is going to be there or not. He may be out. So a couple of winning trends. So Fuzzy Zoeller was the last player to win on their first attempt at Augusta in 1979. Let's see what else I make. So when you're setting up your DraftKings lineup, the previous 10, maybe 12 winners, they've all ranked in the top 20 in strokes gain tee to green in the year that they won the tournament. So strokes gain tee to green is a key. It's going to be a key stat here. So something that we're going to see that's going to be a little bit different. Well, I shouldn't say different. So fairways here, I'd say generally speaking are easier to hit. I think 60% plus of the folks are on average are hitting fairways. Even when you're not hitting fairways, the rough isn't that bad at Augusta National. We're going to have more fans there, so that's going to improve on the rough that they saw even in November, because, and it's not going to be anywhere near the number of people that they had in years prior to 2020. That being said, even so, the rough is not bad. So you can still score from the rough. That's not that big of a challenge. Greens and regulation, again, I've got my notes that say it's usually in the top 10% of positive greens hit in regulation. So you can hit fairways, you can hit greens in regulation, and then all hell breaks loose when you got to try to make a putt. So, I think that's the rub for most individuals. So who's going to get hot with the putter? And, if you can keep the putter hot, I think you can recover a little bit off the tees. So I don't know, Dan, did I miss anything as far as the course breakdown? I really want to talk about some of these players.
Did your pack arrive with all of your pimento cheese and everything?
It has not arrived, but I did order it. They said it would be delivered by the 9th. So, and it's all temperature controlled and such. So I'm sure that's, that's a load it up today and ship it out tomorrow kind of thing with the gel packs and such that are in there. So I'm going to be eating a lot of barbecue, a lot of egg salad, a lot of pimento cheese. I got a lot of potato chips. So, they said people gained the COVID 20. I'm going to gain the Masters like 8, maybe 10. I don't know. We'll see.
You're going to be texting Turtleson, hey, give me the XL.
I'm gonna need to make a swap. I've taken the Bryson approach.
Good news. You're going to have more visibility on the show.
I take up more camera space.
All right. No. So,
by the way,
go ahead.
By the way, thanks to our friends at Turtleson. So you'll be hearing some spots drop from Turtleson Apparel in our upcoming shows. So we're happy to be a partner with Turtleson Apparel, and happy to call them friends of the show. So so that's awesome. And I see Dan's got his pullover on. I'm rocking the hat, and great gear and attire from Turtleson Apparel. Freddie Couples, he's a Turtleson guy. He's going to be previous Masters winner, so he'll be out rocking the Turtleson brand. Yeah, I don't know if he's Norlander didn't make the Masters this year. I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
Well, we like him. He's good.
We do like him. Can't wait to have him on the show.
Exactly.
All right, let's get into these players, Dan. I mean, so we've got the top 50 in world golf rankings. You've got 3 amateur players that made the event. You've got various other tournament winners from around the world, and obviously you've got Masters champions that have an invite to play every year. Jordan Spieth, his name just popped up again. I can't get enough of that guy.
Well, you know what's funny is I just pulled up Fantasy National, and I went to the field for DraftKings, and then I sorted by last 24 rounds DK points, and Jordan Spieth is now leading last 24 rounds in DK points. I don't seen that in a while.
Hey, I don't know how you can argue. So one thing. So when you go to check out Fantasy National, if you go to look at just Augusta National, you're going to see strokes gained total. You're not going to see the individual breakouts for the course there. And they will not be using the green books, which Augusta National does not allow. So, and if you can see, we'll actually be talking with the Golf Logics folks later. In an upcoming show. So you can see you've got undulation. I mean, it pretty much tells you it pretty much tells me exactly where I'm not going to hit the ball, not where I shouldn't hit it. It's like, hey, this is where you're not going to hit it. So, but yeah, so they don't allow green books there. And are you surprised? I forget the name. I don't want to use the name of the company, but did you see the April Fool's joke that came out that had the little motorized golf golf carts?
You sent it to me. Yeah, you sent it to me. Yeah.
And I'm reading this thing and I'm like going, well, wait a minute. I haven't seen this anywhere. And it had them all decked out in white, and they gave a little, it's going to have the number. We've reserved number 1 for Dustin Johnson. It's going to have his name on it. And due to COVID, I don't know how that was received, because I didn't see a whole hell of a lot of that out there. It is still up and on their webpage, but I'm wondering if they didn't get a little cease and desist, because I did not see, or maybe it just wasn't received very well at all, because, I mean, yes, golf is a sport that's just geared around tradition. However, I think the Masters takes it to a whole nother level, and, talk about tradition, and then you kind of pull that, although it was an April Fool's joke. I don't know if that was, I don't know what the response back was on that. I didn't see a lot of publicity around it. I'm taking it wasn't very good.
There you go. All right.
Let's go through these players. So in 10,000 plus, you got DJ, Jon Rahm, Bryson, JT, Rory. Are you surprised? And Xander, the X-Man. Are you surprised to still see Rory in that 10,000 plus elite bucket?
Yeah, I am. It'll be surprised. It'll be interesting to see if they do the career Grand Slam story as heavy as they have in the past with him right now, considering where his game's at, I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting anywhere near that. There you go. Go ahead and get near it, because he's probably going to win now that Dan said it. But, but yeah, I'm very surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, best finishes there. What do you got? You've got a T4 and 15. And a T5 and 18. So I don't know. I mean, generally speaking, he always plays really good here. I mean, there's nothing you can really look at and say that he doesn't set up to play well. T5, T21, T5, T7, T10. I'm just surprised to see him. He is not in my lineup this week. He's not in any of my lineups this week, because I don't know. I'm not discounting the guy's talent, but there's something missing. There's just that kind of fire to go and do it. I don't know if it's wearing on him. I don't know if he's he's a family man now, and it's like, I got more important things. So I'm not sure.
That T5 for 2020 was a backdoor.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So hold on. So let's go back to all right. So let's start at DJ. $11,500. He's got a win in 21, T2 19.
20. They get that wrong.
I'm sorry. Yeah. In 20, first place, 19 T2, 18 T10, 17 was why he only stays in ranch style houses in Augusta. And in 16, you got a T4. I don't know. Can you argue against the guy? I mean,
No.
he's gonna be in lineups, right? I don't know. Is he gonna be the highest percentage guy played at the Masters this year in a DraftKings lineup?
Well, he's expensive, so I would say yes, but he's expensive, so it just depends if people want to pay for him, because you got some other guys there that are around that are pretty dang good too. Is he worth paying the extra $500 over Jon Rahm? I think over Jon Rahm he's worth more money right now, because I don't know what Jon Rahm, where his head's at with this new kid. Bryson, is he going to get dizzy? I don't know. My money's going on JT. I got him at 10-6 in mine.
Go for it. JT, you got in 20, you had a 4th place, 19 T12, 18 T17, 17 T22. So in the past, 5 showings there, you've got worst finish was T39. So he's making the cut for the weekend. He is solid, and yeah, I can't say that's not good direction.
So he won the Players, 15th at WGC Mexico, missed the cut at the Genesis. He was really in a rough place there with his grandpa passing away, and then he had the Hawaii incident. But as we talked about, after the Genesis missed cut, he came back with the 15th at the WGC Mexico, which was played in Florida, and then he won the Players, and he's just got on fire. And I think he's finally been able to get his head back to where, he's striking the ball again. And I like the way he's been playing. If you look at him, like you've been through all those stats here, this is going to be his, 6th year playing. And they say the longer you play at Augusta, the better you play, because you get to know the place better. So T4 last year. And then I'm like, I think he's going to make a run for it.
Yeah. If the putter can, if he can keep the putter in check, I think we're in good shape there with, I think JT is solid and definitely he's got a chance to win every time he shows up. Right. So I think he's definitely solid there.
Mm-hmm.
McIlroy, he's not on the books. I'm not playing him. Course history, I mean, no doubt, he shows up, but
he knows how to play it. Yeah, he knows how to play it.
Yeah. I've got better. I'm going for people that I think can win, and one of them is not the X-Man. Last time we saw him was at the Players. He missed the cut along with Rory McIlroy and Patrick Cantlay out of the the top tier group here. But prior to that, we saw him at the WGC Mexico at T39. So I don't know what Xander's. I don't know what's going on there. Generally speaking, I would say Xander in either at Eastlake or Augusta, he's a play, good around the course. You got T17 in 20, T2 19, T50 in 18. So I don't know. I didn't go there. I went for the guy under him at $9,800, Patrick Cantlay. T17 in 20, T9 in 19. He did miss the cut at his first showing in 2018. So
guy's been on fire.
He totally been on fire, and since February, he's leading the field in. Well, let me rephrase that. He's almost up 2 strokes in the past 3 months over the field in strokes gained tee to green. And as mentioned before, DJ did it last year. It's been consistent through the past 12, 13 players. That's total strokes gained tee to green. That's what's winning these golf tournaments. That's where I think Cantlay is. It's going to be really hard for him not to be my one and done. But that being said, and I just gave you the X-Man stats. The last time we saw Patrick Cantlay at the Players missed the cut, but so did a lot of people.
I was surprised by him missing the cut at the Players. I really was. I mean, he's been playing so well, but a lot of people missed the cut there, like you said. I picked my next guy was right below him at Morikawa. I took him second in my lineup at $9,600. He's only played here once. It was a T44 guy. He's been on fire as well. If you look at his last, how he's coming recent form wise, Players, like you just said, 41. WCG Workday, he won that. Genesis 43rd. He's got some Dubai, Hawaii 7th, Century Champions 7th. So playing really well. I think after the PGA last year, he kind of lost his form a little bit, but he's gotten it back now. And that guy is just deadly out there with those irons. And that's what you're going to need to be able to win here at Augusta, is that second shot golf course.
Yeah. Ball striking, you can't take anything away from. I'll be interested. I think we got Tattersall coming up this week. I want to pick his brain a little about the whole We'll probably talk about Sergio in a little bit, but the whole, switching up the putter grip, right? And there's something there that's just not jiving out. And where was he at the Players, right? He went from, traditional or maybe left hand low to then he's using the claw and all, so I don't know how that, I mean, again, look at Sergio and what he's doing. I mean, hell, it's like claw, traditional, pencil, close my eyes, one eye open, stand on one leg. So I don't, I mean, the guys are good for sure. So I don't know where that leaves him. Ball striking, no doubt. I mean, he's got the length off the tee. So, solid spot. I was torn, man. I was really torn in my next pick. And I was either $9,400 in, $9,300 in. I did have $100 left or extra between. I had 9,400. I had 9,400. I let it ride, man. I'm telling you, this guy is. So we talked about it earlier. I think there's a little bit of a victory hangover that follows these guys around, to the next tournament. I think it's going to be the exact opposite. I think he doesn't have a hangover. I think he's still throwing them back, and he's still riding the buzz.
I do too.
He ain't going to be my one and done. But talk about getting around this golf course. Again, Jordan Spieth won last year, and somebody that knows how to get around here. So you got T46 last year. Even when he's playing like just absolute dog shit, still you get a T46 out of the guy. He reminds me of Nicholson in The Departed. You give him a tuber and he'll get you something out of it. So T46 last year, just playing like absolute dog shit. T21 and 19, 3rd and 18, T11, 17, T2 and 16. And then of course the victory in 2015. If anybody knows how to get around this course better than Tiger Woods, I mentioned his name. It is Jordan Spieth. I was really, really, really hard pressed not to put Patrick Reed in there. T10 last year, T36, won it in 18, cut in 17. And by the way, there's everybody has finished runner up the year before in like the past 4 or 5 tournaments that has won the tournament. I'll look at that stat. Talk about somebody. I'll bring that up in a minute.
Well, the next guy on here is Brooks Koepka. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but I mean, I don't know what to expect. We haven't seen him in quite some time. Last time we saw him, he was playing really freaking good. So, the waste management was not a weak field. It was a very good field. So for him to come out there and do that there, I mean, he showed that he's bounced back. If you look at his history here at this course, he's at $9,200 this week. T7 and 20, T2 and 19, T11 and 17. So T21 and 16. He plays this course well. I mean, I would not be surprised if he comes out there and just cleans up this week. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah,
he's rested.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, what I was going to say, 6 of the last 7 past Masters champions have finished T2 or better the year before.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I mean, who you got? Sanjay and Cameron Smith, or DJ, right? I mean, if you go by the stats, right? If that remains true, there you go. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Brooks, we aired him out on the show. He's rested. I don't think he showed up there without. I don't think he just showed up. Maybe he likes the sandwiches too.
What happened to nice guy Tony? I think he's kind of cooled off, don't you?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But I mean, Augusta's another one, man, where he plays really well. So Tony, he missed the cut at Valero, missed the cut at the Players, and he was 14 at WGC. However, when you look at course history, T38, T5, and T10, and I think the T5, that was in 2019. That's when he dislocated his ankle, I think, in the par 3, yeah. which we didn't mention is going to be the second tournament in a row at Augusta that they will not be playing the par 3. So, which has taken another premier stat out of this. There's never been a player win the par 3 and go on to win the tournament.
Right. Yeah.
So, So I don't know. I don't, Tony,
I don't know where Tony's at. I don't know where he's at with that game. I mean, he's really kind of started sliding. So the recent form's not great.
No, but course history says, hey, it's not a bad play, but I mean,
Valero was not a tough field last weekend.
No,
He missed the cut.
Should have been.
Yeah.
I like Webb Simpson here. I don't have him in a lineup, but T10, T5, T20 cut in 17, T29. And, Webb would be one of those that wouldn't surprise me at all to see him pull this off, even though he did miss the cut at TPC. So did almost everybody else in the top 50. And that is not factual. That's anecdotal only. And you got a T6 at the WGC Mexico for Simpson. Wouldn't surprise me. I think he sets up to play this well. Again, he'll hit fairways after that. It's ball striking and putting. Let him get hot with the putter. He's good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I don't have Hatton. I don't have Westwood, even though Westwood at the Players and the API, you got solo second place finishes there. He did miss the cut at the Honda. Lee Westwood, again, typically plays this course, typically plays Augusta well. T38 and 21. You got 17, T18, 2016, T2. I would say that he's probably recent form coming off the best that he's played in a long time. So.
Yeah. We're just going right down the list here because all these guys have been hot, right? I mean, does anybody pop out at you? I mean, I don't have anybody until the $7,000 range. So I took two guys up top. So
I got Berger. So
you do? Okay.
Yeah. So he didn't qualify last year. So 18 T32, 17 T27, 2016. He's a T10. I think he's a better player today than he was in any of these tournaments. You got T9 at the Players and you got T35 at WGC Mexico. And where's Burr at 10th in DraftKings points, and he strokes gained total. He's third, strokes gained tee to green 21st. I like him here. I feel like this could be a course that sets up good for him. I think he lost in the semifinals of the match play like 2-1. So yeah, I like him here.
Do you like Vic?
Nah, I moved on past him.
I think Vic's been cooling off too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Scheffler's been red hot. What did he finish last week? Do you remember?
T9. No, that was last year.
54th. Yeah, he's been. Okay. I think he was tired, man.
I think he's tired, and I think, and he's young. He's strong, but I think, and he did play here again last. He played here in November. Yeah. And finished T19. But man, I think that he's been playing a lot. I think that match play might have sucked the wind out of him. I don't know, but I hope he plays well. Wouldn't surprise me for him to make the cut, but I don't see him in a top 20 or better.
I'm a little shocked at Cameron Smith's pricing here.
$8,200. Yeah, T2 last year, T51, T5, T55. Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, me too.
And recent form's been really good too. So 17th at the Players, 11th at WGC Mexico, 4th at the Genesis. That's a tough course, man. I mean, those are his last three starts. And I mean, he's been playing really well. I'm surprised $8,200. If I were to guess in terms of where I would place him from a money perspective, I put him up there like $8,900. But it's just me.
No, I totally agree. I think Fitzpatrick plays this course really well. Fleetwood, I like him here. Sergio, even though he's missed the past two cuts, he didn't play last year due to COVID. Missed the past two cuts prior to his or post his win in 2017. Sergio's been playing good. I don't know what he's doing with that putter thing. So that's why. But wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Bubba Watson,
I was considering Sergio here. Yeah. He's been playing really well. Yeah.
Yeah. Got Bubba Watson, two-time winner. He was 57th last year. I think Bubba's been a little bit shaky in recent form.
Yeah, he has.
I got burned. Missed the cut at the Players, and then T54. I think I picked him at maybe Waste Management or somewhere, and he missed. No, I don't think I picked him at the Players. Anyway. T54.
I picked him at Mexico because it was right in his backyard, and he's 54th. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, I do have Paul Casey in my lineup. So you got a T5 at the Players, T10 at the API. We haven't seen it. He won at the Omega. He's got 4 top 10s in his last 4 starts. We haven't seen a lot of Casey, but what we have seen of him, that dude has been rock solid.
Utah.
Give me 2.
Make it 2.
Give me 2. I don't know. How can you are so T38 last year, he cut in 19, and then you got T15, 6 and T4. I would venture to say he's playing more in that, 16, 17, 18, or maybe even better than he was playing in 16, 17, 18. I don't know how you can argue with Paul Casey.
Well, look at these did you go through the last 4 or 5 tournaments? So the 5th at the Players, 10th at the API. That's a tough course. Both of those are tough courses. I mean, he's playing really freaking good. Yeah.
And again, he won the Omega. So yeah. 4 of his last 4 starts, he's top 10 or better.
Yeah. So he's been striking it so good.
G'day, mate. G'day.
You have him as well? I do.
Make it a double.
Make it a double.
How can I argue with Adam Scott at Augusta National? He's 10 for 10 on cuts this season. 3 top 10s and a win at Augusta National. He's 13th at the Honda. I don't know. What can you say, man? I mean, this is another guy that gets around the course, knows it up one side and down the other. I got him making the cut, and top 20, maybe better.
Honda's a tough course too. Good God. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, he's striking it well. I mean, if you're going to count on somebody in that price range in terms of some reliability, I think Adam's your guy. I think he plays the place well. And he likes green.
I'm way exactly. Green looks so good on him.
So good.
I got to go to 6,900 for my next guy. So
I got that guy too, but between here and there, I got $7,500. I'm going Big Brown.
Oh, Louis O, are you?
Oh, Louis O. Yep.
Yeah. I can't.
Go ahead.
No, you're good.
All right.
I can't argue with Louis. I can't argue with Louis. I mean, that's it's. I mean, how many more albatross we have coming out of the bag for Louis O? It's the second shot heard around the world. So
exactly,
it looks really good here. T20, T23, T29, T12, T40, T41, T15. Obviously, we got a victory in there, but no complaints on Louis O.
Yeah, he was 11th at the Waste. He was 6th at the WGC Workday, and then 41st at the Players. I mean, good history coming in. It's a good form, I mean, I can't argue with that here. If you look at his, I don't have the numbers for the Augusta, but yeah. Anyway, playing really good recent form. I like Louis here. You're up.
Joaquin Niemann, I like him here. Abe Answer, I don't know what's going to happen with the putter once again with Abe. He was T13 in November. So, maybe there's something there. I think he's another guy that likes these courses. Will Zalatoris, first time making an appearance. Is he going to win? The stats say no. Doesn't mean he's not going to based on the way the guy's playing. Harry English, T42 back in 2016. I don't know. Harry's kind of spotty. Justin Rose plays well, knows the course. I don't know if he's actually going to make it through. I'm putting Billy Ho in the same category as Scottie Scheffler. Even though he did walk away from that match play event as the victor, he's got to be tired, worn out after that. Matt Wolff, who knows what's happening there. I liked Max Homa. He was in my lineup. I did pull him out. Max Homa did miss the cut in November, but Max Homa has been playing some really good golf as of late, and I think I think he's worth a look, to be honest.
I know what happened there. You remembered he couldn't bring his phone in.
Oh, wait a minute. No cell phones on the course. He felt so light and free. So Corey Connors is, I think you and I both have him. So
2.
Similar towards kind of the bottom of the lineup there. Yeah, make it a double again. And that maybe the best Canadian golfer currently. And I don't know, is he going to join Mike Weir as the I guess second Canadian champion? Wouldn't surprise me. He's won in some tough fields, so I think it's definitely there. Yeah.
I think I'm feeling good about my lineup. I like the $7,000 range. I was really able to clean up down there, and the Corey Connors, I think, is a deal at $6,900. He finished T10 here last year. I mean, give me a break. What the hell?
So do I. I don't know. That one kind of blows me away. Kind of blows me away. All right, let's go to one and dones, and then if we got time, we can talk about whoever is.
Mine's
left.
easy. I got JT. I've been saving them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Old fanboy. Hey. I'm going Paul Casey on this one. I'm gonna use up Mr. Casey and his experience on the golf course, current form. I think Paul Casey gets it done and walks away with his first major title of the 2021 Masters Championship.
All right, that's good.
Other than that, hey man, you can spend a lot of time down in the $6,000 and you can split a lot of hairs. There's plenty. Siwoo Kim at 6,700, I think, is way underpriced. Kevin Kisner, holds true to form and says, hey, they pay a lot of money to come in 10th place, even though I don't know if Kiz has come in, cut T21, T28. Now he likes the middle in there. He likes the T25s here on average. Sebastian Munoz is 6,600. Phil Mickelson at $6,600, 3-time champion, knows the course up one side and down the other. Is he going to make some waves?
He might. So what have we got coming up in Masters Week, Cal?
Masters Week. So we're definitely recording with John Tattersall, PGA teaching professional. He will be releasing, I don't know, do we have any spirits coming up this week?
I think so. I think we have Leaper's Fork, maybe.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we got Leaper's Fork coming from Leaper's Fork, Tennessee. So that should be dropping this week. I think I'm going to get on and do a bunch of live shows with just me eating pimento cheese and egg salad sandwich. You're just going to sit here and watch me. I'm going to drink whiskey and eat some type of sandwich from Augusta. And outside of that, I don't know. We may jump on a little later in the week and do another live show. Maybe a Thursday afternoon. Talk about day one. How do we feel about our lineups? And are we pissed off that we didn't put Kevin Na in our lineup because he's coming? Maybe he's at the top of the leaderboard. I don't know.
Cal, it's gonna be okay.
That was too much.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Hey,
next time, I'm going to give you this hole, but next time, make sure you check with me first, okay?
Goodbye, friends, and thanks for joining us on
Cheers.
the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Cheers.